Okay. Um, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information that I've been doing lately, and found, because I feel like personal development is such a huge part of this, and I really struggle with, um, I know we all like struggle with getting over that fear of inviting, and talking to people, and like you feel like you take two steps forward and then like somebody cancels or something happens, um, and just kind of pushing through all of that. And I actually wanted to talk a little bit about, my husband had some really good tips because he's been in sales for a while, and his is his sales is less people focused, so he's more like direct and like cutthroat to the point kind of stuff. And I'm one of these days I'm going to get him to talk on one of our calls, but he's not there yet. Um, so anyway, um, before we dive in, do you guys have any victories that you want to share from this class?
I guess I have one. So I have this girl that finally signed up with me. She's been talking to me since January, and I've literally sent her the link to enroll like 10 times, and every month she like doesn't do it, and then she'll get back to me like a month later and be like, so will you tell me about that again? And then I have to like re-explain it all to her. So she finally signed up. It's like a miracle. Eric had this like running joke. He's like, I think she's just messing with you. Like, I think she just messages you every month just to keep you on your toes. I'm like, oh God. But no, she finally joined. So that's cool.
Hey. Is she a challenger? Just joined as a challenger?
Discount coach.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You're like pretty dang close, aren't you, lady?
Really close. So actually yesterday, yeah, so then I started thinking I should have signed her up under Eric because all I need is him to go emerald and then I'm diamond. But I had a girl, one of my coaches on my left leg, I think, dropped because she got pregnant and doesn't want to drink Shakeology or whatever while she's pregnant. So I actually needed this girl to go onto my left leg. So that worked out perfectly. Yeah. But now I have a challenger, a current challenger who started with me last month during Sean Week. And she did like the trial and then just upgraded to the, on demand or whatever. But she just messaged me yesterday and was like, I want to try Shakeology. I'm like, okay. So rather than like telling her just to get the 130 challenge pack, because she just spent $100, like
right.
Not even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I guess. I told her that she should probably just like cancel that since she's still within the 30 days and then re-enroll with the 160 challenge pack to save her money. But so I really actually need to like put her under Eric, but she's already my challenger. So I don't know, like she's already my customer, I mean.
I've done that before. I just send them the link through like Luke's account and like to enroll as a coach, because then it doesn't matter who they've signed up with as a customer. Then like whoever enrolls them as a coach, that's automatically their coach. Like they won't have to do a coach customer change form or anything like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like I've had people in the past that have a Beachbody account, but they want to sign up as a coach. So I just send them the coach enrollment and I've never, ever had an issue. I'm sure, corporate will probably say, well, you need to do the 24-hour coach customer change, whatever.
See, I was worried about. I was like, oh, it's going to take a couple days to change over to Eric. And then like I had already told her to do a live chat and cancel her on demand and then re-enroll. Like I told her to tell them that she wanted to re-enroll as a coach with the challenge pack. So maybe I just need to message her and say, just cancel it.
Cancel that. I'll send you the link and then everything will be good. Okay. I did that with somebody a while back who had just bought the on-demand, just the 99-day, and then decided that she wanted to do Shakeology. So I literally just asked her, like, I can do all of this for you if you want to give me your credit card information, which I know is like kind of a tall task to ask for some people. But she was like, if I don't have to go through the work to do it, I will. So what I did was I just did a live chat as her, and then they canceled her $99, and then redid the $160. And she's like, this girl is somebody that I should have had her enroll as a coach, because ever since she got her Shakeology, she's posting about it in her workouts on Facebook every day. And I'm like, who are you? And she's like a wine loving mom of two. And I'm like, you would totally be awesome on our team. Like, she's like sarcastic and down to earth and swears a lot. And, you know, I'm like, you would be perfect for our team.
Yes.
She's one that I'm working on. We'll see. Gonna get her through this challenge group first. But yeah, that makes it easier, especially if they already have an account. So I will say Beachbody is going to eliminate the 10% discount for club members after, I think it's starting January 1st, 2018, which is a nice thing for those of us who are trying to recruit coaches, and we have customers that don't want to, you know, they're like, well, I'm already getting 10% off. I don't want to pay the $15 a month fee. So they're going to eliminate the 10% discount for club members from January. And the only discount is going to be offered as a preferred customer, like discount coach. So that's I think that's going to help. I also heard that they're going to eliminate the 2-week free trial as well. And there's an FAQ on that. And I think that's also going to come around in like December as well, because I think it's just causing too much like dual enrollment or whatever, you know, like if somebody doesn't cancel their 2-week trial and then enrolls, then they could potentially get billed twice. And I think that they've been losing customers that way. So I think we have, 6 months or whatever to figure it out. But I do like the idea that, because if you have a challenger right now who's already saving 10% on their Shakeology and they're going to be paying a $15 fee, they're like, there's like a $10 difference. And for some people, that's just not worth it to pay that monthly fee if they're not month to monthing on Shakeology, or if they're just doing Shakeology whenever. So I don't know. So we'll see what that means. But I think that'll help us with retaining more coaches, because they'll actually benefit from that discount and feel like they are getting a VIP kind of discount as opposed to, just saving $10 or whatever. So that's new and up and coming. I think there's an FAQ. I'll have to share it. I've kind of checked out this week with 4th of July and being out of town and just trying to get my head back in the game as it's today. Oh, there's Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Good morning. Melissa, do you have anything you want to share?
I guess I've sort of been working on this girl who is going to be an amazing coach someday. So I finally just sent her a packet of Shakeout samples, and she was in love with it. So I think she's going to sign up this month, but I think she's going to be like seriously a rock star coach. So I'm hoping to I've been trying to recruit her for like 3 months now. So. Mm-hmm. And I mean, she needs to be a challenger first. So I got to get her in, but she's pretty open to it. She said, I think I want to do it in July. So hopefully
it's July. Hi.
I'm like, okay. Oh, it's about to be loud because they're about to start mowing. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. Sarah, do you want to share anything? Any victories from this past week?
I don't really have any. I survived a month of traveling and I'm home. I kept in contact with my coaches and my challenge group while I was gone, and everybody seemed to continue and do well and support each other, which was really good. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really have much.
Just getting by. That's some days. Yep, that's it. Especially with traveling. My goodness. Like, you guys have been all over the place.
Yep.
I saw your post. You have been in 5 different countries or something like that, and 3,000 miles?
Three countries and over 5,000 miles and
so nuts.
5 states. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm glad to be home. I don't think I've ever missed my bed so much.
Yeah, right.
Which is good.
Yeah. Well,
I'm ready for a routine. Thank you.
I know this, we were out at the farm. We left Sunday, and we're just an hour and a half from Luke's parents. And so we planned on going out, coming back. And we actually just ended up packing enough stuff to where we could stay out there. So we left Sunday and got back Wednesday. And the amount of food that these people had at their house, like I've never eaten so much cake in my life. And like, I don't want to be rude and be like, I don't want to eat this, but like literally the only vegetable that we had the whole week was like sweet corn. And I'm just like eating gobs of sweet corn. I'm up 5 pounds, and I'm like, where that's great to build muscle, it's not from like eating chicken and vegetables.
No, I am too. And I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. It was like, you when you're traveling, you're like, and especially like when we go to Canada, I'm like, we go once a year. Like I have my favorites, like I want to try. And I'm like, the only thing that was good was I worked out and stayed consistent that way, and like drank my water and was like mindful of that stuff. But I'm like, I gotta go home.
Yeah, I know. I know. I did my workouts in the barn. Like it was just really,
I had like a 2x2 space in a hotel room for the past like month.
Oh well, such is life. So this last week for me, I don't have anything huge. I'm just really trying to work on Shift Shop and get that out there. I did an ad for my post. I've gotten like 0 response, which is kind of a bummer. There's a ton of coaches posting about Shift Shop right now. So, I feel like that consistency, I'm doing a countdown in my event. Like I did a post yesterday, 6 days out. I'm going to do like a 5-day out and just talk a little bit about Shift Shop each week. And I bought 2 sets of the agility markers, one for myself, and I think I'm going to do a giveaway. So like anybody that signs up with either Shakeology HD or an on-demand challenge pack, if they already have on-demand, then just Shakeology. I'm going to do like a giveaway for those markers or whatever. I think they're like $15. So that's something to consider if you want to. I wouldn't, if you don't want to, don't worry about it. But I just thought, whatever I can try to do to get some extra traction, because I'm still struggling. So my goal this weekend is to finish the weekend at Success Club at least 6. I have 2 in for the month, and I have a girl who's supposed to be signing up with Shakeology today. And I told her she can't do my group unless she gets Shakeology, because she's been like ho-humming for the last 6 months. So I'm just going to be bold with some people and tell them like, listen, here's the deal. I already did a free group this month. So if you really want to do Shift Shop, like you're going to have to commit to seriousness. And I feel like once people commit to Shakeology, they're going to be a little bit more committed to the workouts too, because of the investment. And then I'm just telling people like, listen, this is a meal that I know you're getting that is going to be good for you. So like if you're going out for pizza and beer on Friday night, but you've had your shake, I still feel a little bit better about that, because it's going to help them, continue with weight loss and stuff. So I'm kind of just putting it out there like that. And then I'm going back through, my free trial peeps, my Sean Week peeps, and just anybody that's been interested the last few months, and just going back to message them. So that is my plan for the rest of this month, to just continue to work through that. I am going to do, myself and my friend Beth Bird are going to do a live sneak peek into coaching from New Orleans from this Thursday until Sunday. So we're going to open an event. So that way, if you guys have anybody that you want to add to it, or anybody that comes up in the meantime, but I just keep those groups open so that way I can continue to add people to it. Like that Forever Fit one that we just did with Deidre a week ago. I've added a couple people to that since then, just to kind of check it out. And then people that I think would be a really good coach, or, challengers that would be a good coach, I'm just kind of reaching out to them again and telling them, about Shift Shop, and like how this would be a really great opportunity to find a couple friends to join them, and get their Shakeology paid for. So just little things like that. And then really focusing on getting everybody to get their before pictures and measurements in, especially for Shift Shop. So that way we can like just blow out those results come August. So hopefully I mean, I think it's going to be intense. I've seen a bunch of the pictures, I've seen the results and stuff, and I think it's going to be really good for a lot of people, especially if we can really get some people to commit and be serious about it. So, so just a couple things I wanted to share with, I know we kind of talked a little about getting coaches started right, and especially with some new coaches we have in training this month. I'm using a script from a fellow coach for Coach Basics for this month's training, and just want to see how it goes. And so I was talking to my husband on the drive out to the farm on Sunday, and I was getting my new coach training group kind of prepped in the car, and just talking about, like, he was just asking me, like, what are some of the struggles that you have and that your team is having with, like, consistency, with, you know, people hitting Success Club, like how, you know, with people quitting, with people saying, you know, I'm all in, and then they don't do anything. You know, and I was just kind of telling him, like, as a leader, it's frustrating because you know, you see the potential in somebody, you know what they can do. Why aren't they doing it? Like, where's the motivation? What can I do to help you? How can I get you going? And he was just talking about that we have to get these new coaches those initial wins and celebrate those initial wins, and have to get them in the, like, mind shift mode of getting, like, putting themselves out there a little bit, but knowing that that's not 100% of what they do as a coach. That, you know, you're coaching business where publicly, like, we talk a lot about, you know, my workout and my shake and my challengers are doing this and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the financial perks or whatever, stuff like that. But the majority of what we do as coaches is behind the scenes. And if we can't help our newer coaches understand that, like, listen, you can't just post 3 times a day on social media and expect to grow your business astronomically in a year. Like, yeah, that's great. But if you're not having conversations every day with people, you're not going to see your business grow. And I can attest to that. Last month, I didn't send out a ton of invites. I hate to say it, but, like, I really wanted to rely on my social media posts to get me to Success Club last month. And that didn't really happen. I had goals of 20 and I ended the month at 12, and I wanted to get Luke to Success Club and I didn't get him to anything. So just kind of relying on those posts where, you know, everything is all good and fine. The conversations behind the scenes are the ones that are going to help people understand that you really do want to help them, that you're not just posting so somebody buys a challenge pack. And I know all of our intentions are not to post just so somebody buys a challenge pack, but I don't want anyone to perceive that that's what we do. You know, I don't want anyone on the outside to say, like, oh, well, there goes Ashley posting about her workout program again. Like, when does she want me to buy this kind of thing? That, you know, that we just use these tools to get results and help other people use the same tools to get results. So just some things that Luke said. How do you win as a new coach? You win by having a good story. You win by being, oh gosh, my internet connection is unstable. Am I still here? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, but you were frozen.
Yep.
Okay. So you win by having a good story. You win by, it doesn't have to be a huge transformation. It doesn't have to be, you know, like a tragedy or anything like that. It just has to be a connection with other people. It just has to be the ability to share something or be able to connect and be relatable to other people. So just helping others just be able to share whatever it is, you know, whether it's your struggle, your victories. I saw, like, a random person on Facebook the other day that I don't know, that's not a coach, post that she's in a bikini for the first time in like 6 years. And she had like 48 comments on her post. And she's somebody that I'm like, boop, saving that one because I'm going to message her about potentially coaching. But, you know, that's totally relatable. As a mom, like, to be able to wear a 2-piece again after kids, you know, that's a huge victory. And that's something relatable. And, but being able to make those connections with people on a personal level, and just helping our newer coaches understand that importance, that you're not trying to, see how many posts you can do about Shift Shop and how many people are going to sign up. It's not, people could really give a crap about what program it is, as long as you're going to be there to support them and help them work through it and help them get the results that they want to get, not that you want to have them get. 50% of your clients will be people that you reach out to today, but they may not be your clients until 8 to 10 months down the road. So like Kelly, you were just talking about this girl that you've been talking to for the last 6 months, and she's, every month, like she has a question about something. And how many of us have had somebody sign up that we started talking to months ago, because they finally see like, okay, she's serious about this. Like, she's not going anywhere. She's still showing up. She's going to help me. Or, they just need that amount of time to think about it. It took me 3 months to sign up with Deidre because I just kept making excuses. And usually it takes a while for people to continue to make excuses before they actually commit to something. So know that the inviting now, where we get 100 no's or whatever it is in a month, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even, like, if I send out one more invite and get one more no, like, I'm going to lose my mind. And know that those seeds have been planted and that those people will come back around, that it's not a no, it's just a not right now. It's a maybe. But Luke was just saying, like, when he was doing insurance, like sales and stuff, he would make, a whole ton of conversations early on in the business. And it wasn't until, months later that when he would go back and follow up and continue to put himself out there, that those people would understand the process and then would eventually get on board. So if you're continuing to invite, 50% of your clients will come from right now and 18 months from now, right now and 18 months from now. It's like a math equation. A third now, a third in 9 months, a third in 18 months, but those numbers will continue to grow. Does that make sense? Like, so instead of, like, whereas right now, like, you send out 100 invites and you get 10 yeses, but then in 6 months, you're sending out 100 invites, getting 10 yeses, and then you're still getting people residual from over the last few months. And then same thing in 18 months. Like the month before last, I want to say it was like Success Club 22. And probably 8 of those people, probably 5 of those people came from actual inviting that month. And then the rest came from like people that have come around over the last few months that have been watching me. Just by consistency, your numbers will triple, and you're continuing to triple your volume that whole time by doing the same amount of work. So you'll continue to see your numbers grow as far as volume as well. But if you're taking time off, if you're taking 3 months off to, celebrate, like, I just hit diamond, like, I'm going to celebrate and not work so hard, or, hi. Oh, thank you. She's still, I think that's dead. But if, taking time off and things like that, then you may not continue to see those rewards, or you'll see a dip. Like if you take some time off, if you stop, then a few months down the road, you're going to have to work that much harder because you're going to have to rebuild that back up. So key steps in the beginning: finding out your client base immediately, finding out the people that you want to help, that you want to join your team. Like, I know that I have people that have signed up that are like my polar opposite, and somebody that like I wouldn't go and reach out to and say like, hey, I really think I could help you, because they're not somebody that I would connect with on a personal level. But those are people that have come to me. But looking for the people that that are going to be a great challenger, that are going to be somebody that you can connect with, and that can be somebody that can potentially turn into a coach. Those are the kind of people that we want to target market. What am I trying to say? That's your target market. And I think that's hilarious, because I love Target so much, like the store. And I feel like I am always looking for my Target market, like fellow moms that love Target and wine and shopping and stuff like that. So when I think about Target market, like I think about, okay, like I'm looking for my Target market. So just kind of, I don't know, just a little kind of different way to think about it. But when you think about, if you're like a Walmart person, then think about your Walmart market, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so figuring out that client base now. If you haven't done an avatar yet, I really recommend doing an avatar. Just like think about that ideal person, that ideal coach. Maybe they're a challenger first. Maybe they have, 10 pounds of baby weight to lose or whatever. Maybe they want, they want to be able to supplement their income. They want to make a couple grand a month. They want to, be in the business. Bless you.
Thank you.
And that ideal person and then, Google, an image of what you think that person would look like. And then write out, on like PicMonkey or a little like photo editing website, write out a little blurb about them. What's their personality like? What do they do? What are their what's their family life like? What is their, do they work? Do they stay home? What kind of a background do they have? Like, what are their goals and aspirations? What's their, demographic? And then that's the kind of person that you want to look for. That kind of helps give you an idea of who you need to gear your posts towards. So whenever I do my coaching posts, when I first did my coaching posts, like I just was very generic, like, yay, I'm a coach, and yay, the extra income is great. And now I gear them specifically to like me being able to be home with my kids, or being able to go to the splash pad on a Tuesday afternoon and not have to call off work, or being able to travel and not have to worry about, taking any days off or anything like that. So I'm very specific with who I try to speak to in my posts like that now. And same thing with my challenge group posts. Like I'm looking for a very specific woman who, may or may not have kids, but is just really looking to gain confidence and, sweet baby. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful there. We're totally going to do a team retreat there.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to Joelle because one day we're going to get her on our team too. So she'll be on.
Yay. Well, you're already on our call. So there you go.
I know she's ready.
Step out of the game. Hi. Oh, look at those little sweet cuties. So yeah, so just, with your challenge group posts too, like who you're looking for exactly, who you've been able to help in the past, who you've seen benefit the most, and just sharing those excitements, those victories, and those relatable things with your audience, so that way they feel like you're speaking directly to them. And that's a really good feeling when that happens, when somebody's like, dude, I saw your post and like, holy crap, that's me, and you're able to connect with that person on a deeper level before even having that conversation with them. Same thing with conversations though. Think about those people that, maybe they're friends of friends, friends of family that you've seen like their post, or you've seen, something on Facebook that's kind of made them stick out to you, and you think maybe, okay, they would be a really great coach or a challenger. And then when you send them that message, just building that emotional connection. Price, of course, is going to be an objection, but when you can make that connection with somebody and they can understand the importance and the process and everything like that, and how, like, for example, being on our call right now, like when you can have like a friendly relationship with somebody and like actually look forward to conversations with them, and, like celebrating victories and things like that, and especially in your challenge groups, it's just a really good feeling, especially when you can relate to other people. And I think that really helps. And if you can be relatable in those conversations too. So that's all I have about that, but I just wanted to share with you guys, I don't know if you heard about that book, The 5 Second Rule. It's by Mel Robbins, and she is amazing. I'm trying to pull up her website right now. But I did a training, like a diamond something training about a year ago, or I don't know when it was, 6 months. We had this coach, Charlene Butcher, come to Super Saturday last October, I think it was. And she did a call for this group, this training group that I was in. And that was when I was first introduced to Mel Robbins. And she talked about how Mel Robbins has this 5-second rule, and she wrote this book about it, and it's really great. I haven't read the whole thing, but I've read blurbs from it. And I actually just ordered one of her other books to come on Monday. So anyway, this 5-second rule is basically like, it's simple, and I posted about it yesterday, but like your life comes down to a 5-second decision. Like, you're either going to do it or you're not, and you're going to give yourself a 5-second countdown to make that decision. So like yesterday, for example, I didn't want to get out of bed, and I was like, 5 seconds. All right. Like, I've got to get out of bed. I've got to do this countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you do it. And it just really, there's a lot more to it, but it helps you get over that initial fear and just like pull the trigger. And like, I have to sit down, and I know that I need to do invites, but I despise doing them. So sitting down and being like, all right, I'm going to knock out 20 invites, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. And what are you doing? So anyway, Mel Robbins, I'm going to post the link because I just signed up for her. She has like 31 days of just like little short 4 to 7 minute videos. And I just signed up for it to kind of just help, because like, you know, a 5-minute daily motivational video is really nice. Let me look for the email, and I'll post the link underneath this call. But you can go to her website, melrobbins.com, and she has a lot of really good tools on there. Her 5-second rule book is on there. There's all kinds of videos, free inspiration. Her TED Talk was just really riveting. And this morning I listened to a video from her, and she talked about parenting yourself and how, like, when, you know, Avery, stop. When you're a child, you know, you're parented all the way up until you're 18. And then when you're 18 and you're like let out into the world, nobody's telling you what to do anymore. You just kind of have free will to do whatever you want. And she was talking about how you have to set boundaries for yourself, and you have to parent yourself, especially as an adult. If you have goals, if you have things you want to achieve, and if you're not parenting yourself and telling yourself, like, listen, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. You know, here are your consequences for not doing this. So she talked a little bit about that this morning. She talked a little bit about how, you know, there are certain things in your life that you know that you have to do, and you're never, ever going to feel like doing them. But, you know, that 5-second rule, counting down, Avery, please stop. We don't need to see your food. Counting down and just tearing that Band-Aid off and then getting it done, even if you don't like the process, just doing it because it has to be done. And then there are 2 types of people, and she had asked, you know, what type of person are you? There's a type of person who wakes up and hits the snooze alarm a couple times, feel like their life is out of control, there's chaos, like they don't feel like they have control over their life, their time, their attitude, and just always feel like they're scattered and frustrated. Or there's the type of person who spends time on things that matters, who wakes up and has a plan and tackles life, works for it, and understands and appreciates the importance of hard work and commitment and things like that. I'm kind of a combination of the two. Sometimes it's a lot more chaotic and crazy. But she said, think about that type of person that you are. When you woke up, when you very first woke up this morning, did you wake up panicked and stressed and that you have so much stuff that needs to get done? Or did you wake up like feeling good about yourself, relaxed with a plan, and then just said, try to envision that person and continue to be that person in the future? But I love her. She's great. Like, she just exudes like confidence and happiness. And she just is a really fun lady. So I just recommend at least just go into her website. And like I said, I'll have to send that link for her 31 days of whatever. It's like a free little video series that she sends you, a little video for 31 days. But I really like the motivation that she's, and just in the last couple days from listening to her videos, because I feel like that always helps. So
How do you spell her name?
Mel, M-E-L, Robbins, R-O-B-B-I-N-S.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, she's good. And she, like, I'm on her blog, and she's got like, how to use the 5-second rule to make the best decisions, the ultimate guide to sleep, 7 ways women can display more confidence at work. Like, there's just all kinds of goodies in there that like are not just good for like personal development, but are great little tools to like implement into challenge groups and stuff. Because I feel like when we can get people in the mindset of personal development and how much it can benefit their life, those people turn into really great coaches, because they already get it. Like, I have a girl who ordered You Are a Badass in my challenge group a while back, and has since converted to a coach after reading that book and being like, oh my gosh, like I need more of this in my life. I need more motivation. I need more, so just those little personal development, like, excerpts in our challenge groups can really help make a difference for a lot of people too. So I would just recommend maybe diving in, spend a couple minutes on her website, and check out some of her stuff. She's pretty good. So Shift Shop this week, I would just probably do something every day to promote it, to talk about it, or, just kind of get the word out there. If you have an event going, make sure you're posting in your event, go live in your event, just little things that are just going to motivate and excite people. It launches Thursday on demand. I'm only doing my group on the app, and I'm doing like a prep week on the app, like where I'm just going to talk about the workouts, the equipment that you need, just little things like that. And I think, Kelly, you found that challenge group guide. So there's all kinds of goodies in there too. And it doesn't have to be difficult. Like, it can literally be a copy and paste from the challenge group guide, just to make it easier. And I plan on scheduling a bunch of my posts out. So, and I'm probably going to do prizes for giveaways or people that enroll or something like that. I don't know, just to try to get something going. So that's all I got for you, ladies. Anybody have anything else? All right.
No, I'm good.
I am too.
All right. You guys have an awesome weekend.
All right. You too.
Bye. Tell them bye.
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 Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
Bye.